Good morning. Welcome to P&B Sports Show. I'm Aroko Tom. On today's show, we are going to talk on diverse topics. We are going to talk about the basketball in Nigeria, the BAL, that's the Basketball Africa League, which is being sponsored by the NBA. And we are going to be talking about the National Sports Festival and how the performance of the BAL will transfer to the National Sports Festival. And for this, we have two prominent guests. We have Moody, all the way from Delta State, and we have Mr. Christian Osagede, who is a good sports analyst here in Abuja. But before then, we're going to go on a short break. So grab your teacup, sit tight, because P&B Sports starts now. Okay, so welcome back to P&B Sports Show. Like I earlier said, we have a team in the BAL that has qualified for the Basketball Africa League, and they performed exceptionally well, and now they are in the playoffs. That is River Hoopers. So Mr. Chris and Mr. Moody, how are you people doing?
Doing great. Morning, Mr.
I'm
very fine. Yeah, very fine. I'm very fine, Mr. Tom. I'm very fine this morning. Thank you very much.
Okay. So we are moving to the BAL. You know, we have a team in the BAL that has qualified for the playoffs, which is River Hoopers. And the River Hoopers, they lost 2 games, and those 2 games were to Al Ittihad of Egypt. So what does that say about the Egyptian basketball team and the Nigerian basketball team, which is River Hoopers? Mr. Chris, please, over to you.
Well, for me, I would say it's a very big congratulations to Atiyad and River Hoopers for picking the first 2 spots for the conference that will be coming up in South Africa. I would say it's a very good one, but looking at the comparison between Nigerian basketball and the basketball, it's so clear. It's not something to debate on again. It's so clear that they are doing what is right over there in Egypt. They are doing what is over there in Egypt. Why here in Nigeria We even thank God that the likes of River Hoopers that is being sponsored by the state government and other well-loving Nigerians is even just to even coordinate River Hoopers, because whatever River Hoopers is even doing to them today, it is never the product of MBBF. It is never the product of MBBF. That's why you can even consistently in the it's only River Hoopers that has been doing well for the past, let's say, or 4 seasons back to back, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct.
Because of their own personal efforts, yes, of their own personal effort as a club, and from the state government, you know. So MBBF, they've actually failed in their responsibility. That is why you can see that no other Nigeria is even to even meet up with the level of River Hoopers. You know, no other team in Nigeria is even trying to meet up with the level of River Hoopers because of their own personal sponsorship to the club in River State. NBBF have failed in every aspect. The likes of Egypt, as I speak to you now, I googled. It's not. I'm giving you facts. Their league for next season or probably this season. The dates are out. The dates are out. Preparation has started along various tiers, which is their league, and their division. You know, it's already out. But here in Nigeria, we are still battling to even fix a date of even Division 1, Premier League, and even Division 2. I can't even remember the last time we even played Division 1 in Nigeria again. You know, so all these things definitely has a ripple effect.
That was about 2 years ago.
Okay, 2 years ago. Good. So all this thing has a ripple effect. It has a ripple effect. You understand? We even, like I said, we thank God that River Hopper have even separated themselves from the lackadaisical attitude of NBBF. They've separated themselves, and that's why you can even see that their success today, it is not the result of NBBF. Their success today is about their own personal efforts that they've put into the game as a club. So it's just too abysmal, a very abysmal performance from NBBF in coordinating the league. It can never be compared. Back to your question, it can never be compared, and that's why you can even see that the Egyptian club, they came into the basketball games, and they won 5 games straight. And it's a team that we need to look out for in the conference. It's a team we really need to look out for. Thank you.
Okay, that's lovely. Mr. Moody, like Mr. Chris said, he said that there has been an abysmal performance and that you cannot compare the BAL of NBA to the MBBF. Now that brings us to some level of comparison. Does the performance of the River Hoopers here in the BAL, does it correlate with the performance or the standard of our league here in Nigeria?
Please just come again. I didn't hear you. Just come again with your question.
I said, does the performance of the River Hoopers in the BAL speaks volume of the performance of our players in our Nigerian basketball league, or is it a different ball game entirely?
Okay, to answer your question, it doesn't even correlate, you know. Like I have to agree with Chris, you know, the Egyptian league and the Nigerian league, there's no correlation. They are so different. You could see how organized the Egyptian league are, you know, like you said, if you go check their website, they already have itineraries for next season, teams taking part across all divisions. So it's very easy to plan. Teams started planning their preseason schedule and so on. Now, I was even having this conversation with someone some days back. It's not a miracle the Hoopers won't do what they do, because to be fair, I think they are two totally different things, and there's a ripple effect on the Nigerian league, because if you see the players that played for the Hoopers, to be fair, the players that made it happen were the players that they all bought.
Yes, the foreign
players. Exactly.
The foreign players.
Exactly. If the Hoopers players didn't do anything.
Please stop
Yeah,
saying
I
that so
don't
that
think
Mr.
I
Moody
don't think
can just talk. I know you
I
are
don't
boiling
think
hot.
people play the Premier League. So the people that are really just like I agree with you, Modi, because the people that are even carrying the River Hoopers right now are the people that did not even participate in the concluded league that qualified them for BAM.
Yes, we have the likes of Madot
So those
Akek,
guys,
Raphael Pontney, and the rest.
I agree with you.
Like I was saying, I really don't blame the home base players that play in the Nigerian league because there's nothing there to perform. There was no competitive league for them to compete regularly at a well organized league. So that's why when you watch the ball league, you could see it was the foreign players and the players they signed that actually made this thing happen. And if we're going to be honest with ourselves, if you say okay, let's really play the home base players, I'm sure we won't have won any game. It wasn't because of lack of effort from their side. It's just because of the competition. So you see the Madubake, Peter Lusemeka, Kevin Amayu, Matthew Chamba, and all that. You could see those guys. You could see those guys are coming from leagues that they play well organized and there's that competition and professionalism. So I think that's the big problem, because right now what we have, and like I said, like Chris said, big ups to the Hoopers for not even being part of this the NBDF mess. They just, I think, and I've always advocated for indigenous clubs in the country to do something like that. Just keep yourself prepared, create your own brand. Because if you're going to wait for the Nigerian system and league, trust me, I don't think there might come a time we won't have any representatives at the ball. So, but the downside to what I'm saying now is that, regardless of how you see, I don't think it's even going to translate to the Nigerian league, even if the Hoopers go all the way in Pretoria and win it. Because what happens as they come back, nothing is going to translate. The home base players will still be the home base players that will play. They will probably will do well. But you don't see that translation like, okay, this thing has come and, because of the whole, disorganization with the NBF league. So it's sad on one part, but yes, we're happy that Hoopers are trying to look beyond Nigeria and, they're trying to be a continental club, which I applaud them in that regard.
Okay, so congratulations to the Hoopers once again. But that brings us to the question. Like you said, you rightly said something, Mr. Moody. But I'm going to throw this question to Mr. Chris. You said something. You said that the players that made it happen for the River Hoopers were the foreign-based players and not the home-based players. So, Mr. Chris, what do you think about Coach Ogo not playing the home-based players and preferring to play the foreign-based players?
Well, for me, I believe himself, he knows. He knows that with the stuff he has from the home base, he cannot even go anywhere. He knows. Truth be told, he knows. And for him to know shows that he's a quality. So I'm not even going to fault him. Are you even aware that the home base captain did not go, which is Senior Coco? Coco did not even make the squad.
Yes.
Yes, Victor Coco did not even make the squad, and he is the captain of that team. I had the opportunity to chat up with Coco. Coco, I didn't see the squad list. So what happened? Have you hanged up your boots? Have you retired? He said, no, he has not retired, though. He's still the captain of the team. I said, okay, maybe your coach have reasons why he didn't take you. I just wanted to find out if you have finally hanged your boots. Yes, no doubt. Victor Coco is already
his brother made the team list. His younger brother.
Yes, the younger brother made the team list. Yes, but like I was saying, he has his Coach Ogo has reasons, and I can also conveniently tell you that one of the reasons he has is that these guys are not big enough. The Nigerian Basketball League is not cannot give them that quality. Cannot give them that quality that they need to go and perform outside Nigeria or in the continent. So he just have to go and get a squad. He has to go and get a squad. I have to tell you, because even if I was the coach, I would do the same thing. I cannot bank on the Nigerian Basketball League. Give me what I want to go and conquer Africa. It's not competitive. It is not.
Yes, and
That
I hear that the
let me
players
quickly
that
say
and
this.
the
Let me
teams they
quickly
are
say
being
this.
subsidized by the NBA and not by the MBBF.
Okay, you can now let me even quickly say this. A league that is being played in 7 days in one confined location, is that a league? I call that a tournament. I'm surprised. A league, you call a league, you call it a league, and you play in 7 days in one location. How can you ever bring out the best that will go and conquer Africa? So Coach Ogon knows, rely on the foreign based players that are not even playing in the Nigerian Basketball Premier League. He knows. He actually knows. He knows MBBF is enough to produce the quality that can conquer Africa.
Okay.
He knows. The
Um,
coach. Okay.
Mr. Chris, we have
Yes, sir.
players like Abel. Abel was not given enough playing time, but I watched the last game he played. Immediately he entered in the last minutes. He made about 6 or 8 points. As soon as the ball got to his hand, he shot a 3 point and it went in. And at that point, that was what the team needed to cut the deficit. So this, and you rightly said something. You said that the players that are on the River Hoopers team that come from our home soil, that they are not rightly baked. So that brings me to the question, Mr. Moody. We have the National Sports Festival coming up, and we know that some of these home-based River Hoopers players, they play for the Rivers State team. Do you think that them participating in the BAL, even though some of them were on the bench, that it will boost their confidence and make them perform even better in the National Sports Festival?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Obviously, they are going to perform better because anytime you travel for any tournament, there's always an experience factor and confidence factor that is going to build more so ever the ball than the continental league. So for the home based player, it's going to do them. It's going to personally do them. It's going to do their confidence a lot, But now we're talking of ball league now, So on that level now, like Chris said, on that level they're not baked yet, You call Iber, Iber is funny enough. Iber is, I like him, I'm a fan of his game. I like how he plays. But if I don't be honest, if you're going to use people like Iber and look, let me just even go back, like you said, I agree with Coach Ogo and his rotation. If I was the coach, I would use the same players I use. Because now, is it like we want to develop players? Like, okay, your goal is not to qualify to criteria. Let me develop and build players and give these home base the role. But then it's to what end? Because they come back to Nigeria and play one week league. So what are you even developing? Because this is why they come back to Nigeria. In a whole calendar year, you play the maximum of, because this is what happens. Let me give you a practical example. He played in Benin, which was probably 1 week. Then he went to Port Harcourt, and that was it. So you mean in the whole calendar year for a league, you play just 2 weeks? So why now? Come on, it's not. I don't, like I said, I don't force the players like the label and captain.
It's MBBF.
You can't go out. You see the other players play, and you could see these guys. You could tell these guys have been competing at a certain level, and you see it in the game. Like when I saw it play, you could see. Look, you could see that. Look, if we're going to go with Abel, look, let's be honest, he's a brilliant player, but Abel was not going to come for you and take you to Pretoria there. So that's one thing there. So like Chris said, I really don't know what the MBBF is doing. Like I've advocated, they should wash the hand of the league. They should give people that can run this league to run this league. Because it's only in Nigeria you only see leadership tussle in things like this. I've never heard in the NBA the commissioner and people are fighting to be commissioners. It happens in Nigerian sports and NFF. It's always about those people there, and it's never about the people that actually matter. So I don't know, the MBBF, they need to check out in order. This thing they are doing, I don't know, this tournament they do 2 weeks in a year to bring a representative.
So you are calling it a tournament. You said it's not a league.
It's a tournament.
It's a tournament now.
It's a tournament now.
Nobody plays home and away. That's not a league. You are going to play a 1 week tournament. I don't say now. It takes, look, sorry to say, I know I played professional league in Nigeria before, the DSTV basketball league. At least then, they were heading towards the positive direction. I remember the league used to last for 4 or 5 months, and we used to play home and away. There's sometimes teams players it takes them later in the season to get their stride, get their confidence, be in the groove, the home and away. How you react when you play against hostile the fans and crowd. Those are part of the whole things we are saying. You can't just go to one location, play 1 week, every day you play, tomorrow, today, then you come and you want to go and compete at that level with people like Halatia. Because you saw Halatia play, because come on, the Egyptians don't mess around. And even look at the Moroccan guys that will actually beat, yes, because I think our foreign players were just better than them. But you could see the organization and coordination with them. No.
Yes. But like you rightly said, you said something about Al Ittihad and the way they play and the organization. I remember the Women Volleyball African League, which was being played here in Abuja, and it was Al Ahly, which was an Egyptian team, that won. So it speaks volume that the Egyptians, they are putting a lot into their sports, and they know the value of sports on youth and on people in general. So that brings me to this. The Al Ittihad squad, they won all their games. They won. So I want to ask this question, Mr. Chris. Do you think that when they get to South Africa for the playoffs, that they are going to take it all?
Well, that's a very good question. I'll say thank you for that question. Like I said when I was given the opportunity to speak at the beginning of the program, Al Ittihad, that club, it's not for them. See, they are coming to make a statement. I want you to know that. It's not about winning. Yes, winning is, but it's really not about winning. Have you settled down to look at their gameplay? Have you settled down? I've taken time to watch their games again and again and again, because I asked myself a question: what are these guys doing differently? For them to do, they didn't even lose one match. There must be something in that. There must be an play that they are doing. And I took my time and I did it. My brother, those guys, they have basketball IQ on their head. Ball movement, top notch. Management, top notch. Ball distribution, top notch. The free man that opens, the top notch. You can see that coordination. You can see that energy. You can see nobody's rushing to go and make the basket. They have the 24 waiting. Before it gets to seconds, they've done what they want to do, and they're hitting the basket. They take time. I actually watched their game again yesterday on YouTube. I said, let me just go through it and let me see. With that kind of mentality, my brother, I don't know, but with that mentality they have, I see them going very far in Pretoria. I see them going very far. I must tell you the truth. Okay. Take your time. Maybe after this show, during your free break time, just take your time and go and watch those on YouTube.
As a sports journalist, that is our job. So I watched all their games, I saw their ball movement, and I saw their size. Can you imagine, like, they have players that block? It's difficult for you to score on them if it's not a shot, because they have players that block, they are fast on their feet, they spread the court well, and they have on both sides of the court, on both ends of the court, they have people that can knock down threes and make it happen for the team. So, like,
have you seen their transition? Go and look at how they transfer, how they go on transfer.
Yes,
on the fast break.
Offense, yes.
Oh my God! It was as if I was watching Boston Celtic against Lakers.
Okay, that's lovely. So, Mr. Moody, do you think that Al Ittihad, when they go to Pretoria, South Africa, that they are going to take it all with this performance that they've had? But put in mind that some other conferences have not been played, and it's only the Kalahari conference that has been played.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say that. So I think from this first Kalahari conference, I have to say that they've been very fantastic. But I can't jump the gun here because I've not seen the other conferences. We've not seen other teams play. So I think we'll have a better idea and form a better opinion when we see like the now conference and the other conference. I think when they come out and play. And then I think we can now have an idea like, okay, we now know the teams and the caliber and the level of play that will be coming up. But from what we've seen so far, they have been very, very, very good. So let's just wait and see the other conferences and what happens. And
Okay.
okay, I have to say congrats to the Hoopers. But I have to agree with Chris. I think Hoopers they have a lot of work to do going forward because I do watch the two games they beat. I watch all the Hoopers, but the two games they beat other than they beat Hoopers. They were clearly beating. There was especially the second game. There was this point I was like, okay, maybe the first game just got away from the Hoopers. But when your opponent really just beats you, is better than you. That's why I saw in the second game. And I have a cause for worry there because I have a cause for worry there because it's really disheartening. So, but I think there's a silver lining for the Hoopers because this is where it comes from because the Hoopers were fantastic defensively, even offensively they were very good. It's just that they make a better team. Now this is where the silver lining is. You see that group, if they can have more playing time together and more competitive
Yes.
gameplay together, I think later in the year, is it September in Pretoria? Yes, Hoopers can actually make a statement. And I think just Hoopers really did well, and they have a very good coach. I think one cause for worry for their players, their free throws. So they need to work on their free throws. They were very poor in their free throws, and deep down later in the competition, those things will really hurt you. But
Yes.
I think we just need more playing time to gel more. I think Coach Ogo is a fantastic coach and he can get the best out of him. I think we need more playing time and more competitive basketball because I have to tell you, if it's from when we saw like this and they go to Pretoria and play like this, I'm sorry to they don't mean it. They might not get close.
Okay. So, Mr. Moody, if you were the coach of River Hoopers, respect to Coach Ogo, he's an amazing coach. I haven't seen a coach in Nigerian basketball that has done what he has done. He's brilliant. But if you were the coach of River Hoopers, Mr. Moody, what will you do differently to
Look,
heading
like I
into
said,
South Africa?
Coach Ogo is a very brilliant coach, and I think he will go back, watch the film, especially on those games that with the FDR, and look at the loopholes and things, and where they lack, and work on gameplay. So I won't panic too much. But what I still think they really need to do is that, like we've been shouting, I think this our team really needs. Because see the downside now to it is that after this one, I'm sure most of the players decide they probably go back to their countries and maybe their clubs for continue the season, whatever arrangement they have. And that's the downside. But I'm very positive. I'm very sure that they've gone back to Egypt and they're playing together in a league or preseason or something. Exactly. So that's the worry because what happens now is that the home base they've come back, they might you see the home base they will organize one or two tournaments, go and play for invitationals around the country. But you won't really see the Peter Semekas, the Amayos, the Matishambas, the Madakets. I'm sure if you look at the ATR, they've gone back to their country, if not maybe 90-80% of the core players that play now to continue their league. So I think that's where because when teams play together, there's more trust, understanding, and it makes it easier. So I think that's what we really need. Coach Ogo needs to really do the changes because I'll tell you our team is really good. The outside, like if you look at all the individual statistic category, we came first, second, blocks,
Yes.
Peter Lumiseka, assist, Kevin Amayu. Everything was us, scoring by the target. So it's not like the team really lacks.
They have individual brilliance, but they need that team.
That's brilliant. So when we really need now, we need solid units. Like you was saying earlier, you see the Celtics, when Celtics played Lakers, you could tell Celtics they are a well-oiled machine. Lakers is a good team, but you could see there's still chemistry issues and all that. So I think where we need, if I was Coach Ogo, I probably want to play more competitive matches with this same squad.
Okay, that's lovely. So before we go, we are going to be playing the top 5 plays of the final day of the Kalahari Conference in the BAL.
course he has to take care of that hamstring and hope to get better before the playoffs in Pretoria.
Oh, look at it, it's driven down there. Massive jump from Alistair Mecca and a big statement score. The third quarter, Akech, Putney goes around, oh, that's stunning. Manages to swing it out to Majok Deng. Medwali, oh, Majok Deng dunks it down, big score. Jaws on the ball, it's been picked up by Akech. Akech goes up and he dunks it down. That is outrageous, right-hander drilled in. As Vinales takes it up. Played for 10 teams in Puerto Rico. Wonderful player, Mahmoud!
Wow, that was an amazing performance at the Kalahari Conference in the BAL. Mr. Chris and Mr. Moody, thank you so much. Many thanks for coming on our show. So that brings us to the end of P&B Sports Show. I am Arokotom. Have a blessed day.